All right. Good morning, everyone. As Ryan Howe with Small Business News. Again, for those that don't know, I come here every single day, Monday through Friday at between 8 and 9 a.m. Eastern. Just kind of depends what I have going on with my clients. Today definitely working through some a few little things here and there with the stream. So we're gonna run this thing right now. Get with it. So with that today, again, you want to learn more about what I do? We'll talk more about that later in the stream. But today is the first. Again, it's our first day of Small Business Week here, and we're going to go over a couple things again, things you should be looking at to do, just from a things to keep top of mind from small business to be able to get back with your customers and clients and those people who've helped you along the way. It's a great week to do that, not just necessarily to drive sales, but also just as a way of saying thanks to everybody around. Then we're going to get into things that are definitely important here. We're going to cover the basically the three main things I want you to focus on when it comes to your small business marketing, your storytelling and what that needs to look like. But we're going to but we're going to start with your the areas within marketing that are the most effective for converting eyeballs into sales. And it's going to be shocking. We just got some new information that came out about of the five main areas that they look at within marketing of what they actually what they what is driving the most sales. It's pretty interesting to see. One is far and away much more important than the rest. And then we're going to get into for those individuals that I work with on a consistent basis, they're always struggling on what type of content they should be putting out on social media. So we are going to take a look at basically three great examples that anyone can use at any time for their social media, and also talk about the three areas that I want to make sure you focus on that are going to be delivering the best results for you going forward. Again, for those of you who don't know who I am, again, my name is Ryan Howe. Um, I am a small business coach. I work with small and medium sized businesses to help them grow them faster than they ever thought possible. You can learn more about what I do at summitbusinessguys.com. All right, so let's get into this first piece here. We're going to talk about some again with for Small Business Week, where we're currently at. Cannot overstate how much fun this week should be for all the small businesses out there. This is your chance to celebrate the fact you exist and the things you can do. Now, under constant con- constant contact, obviously they're into marketing, and I am not a marketing person by trade, but it is something that I definitely focus on. Um, I do want to make sure that 1 second here, something just there we go. Turn that off a little bit. All right, my tracking turned on. There we go. All right, good. Sorry about that. A little technical issue there. All right, so with constant contact, um, they are obviously for marketing. It's what they do. They help with email and other things like there. However, this is a great time to celebrate it. Celebrate your small business, and they give some great examples on here. So, when is Small Business Week? Obviously, we've got that going on now. But here's the things we want you to do: share your story. If you have not made an effort to really, not just put it on your website, saying, "Hey, here's how we started," but actually spend some time to make a post, even video would be great on this, just something to put out there to say, hey, here's a story, here's what we're about, here's how we can help deliver value to you. Please take a look at these things here. Next, I want you to say thank you to the people who keep your business going. This is a great week to do that. Definitely something just to keep in mind. When's the last time that you know basically said thank you to your great staff, your diehard customer base? What a great time to reach out to them. People love those stories. Maybe you have a mentor you can always call when you hit a lull. Take a moment to step away from the day-to-day frenzy and just show your appreciation. You can put it online, but also just send them a card. But I tell you right now, if you put a note out there specifically about someone who's helped you as a mentor during this time on social media, it'll make all the difference in the world. Trust me, they'll love it. The next piece I want you to do is invest in education. Now, obviously, constant contact at this point right now, they are, they're doing their part to say, hey, use us. We're here for education, which they are. They're great. They're a great source if you want some additional help on how to get better at your marketing. But think about when you started your small business, when you opened it up, when you did your part. What did you made sure that you had the best, the absolute best of everything going on out there as far as understanding your product or service. I'm certain you researched it and made it great. You should be doing the same thing on the education for your marketing. Marketing in today's world is even more important than it was 2-3 years ago. You have to be out there. You have to find a way to do it right. And again, marketing is not simply just posting to Facebook. There's a strategy behind it. And we're going to cover a little bit later in the stream some great topics, basically, different short form videos to use, but really the three main areas you need to keep in mind with every single piece of your marketing media that's out there. You're going to love it when we get there. So, all right. Again, we're going to next piece here, partner with another small business. This is one that I recommend with a lot of my businesses that I work with. When you're doing your marketing, find a way to partner up with someone. It doesn't even have to be in your industry. It can be in, if you're in the food space, maybe find somebody else. I've seen food places that have marketed with basically used car sales. What? Well, what they did is they offered food, basically a customer appreciation for all the car sales place to come in there and see what they got going. I'll talk about some sales, but they got introduced to a whole bunch of new clients that didn't know who they were before because they went into a different marketplace. Okay. Same thing. Just keep in mind, be innovative out of, excuse me. I had a south wind blowing for the last few days now, and every bit of allergen from the southern United States is now up here in West Michigan. So I apologize for that. But again, just find a way. Definitely somebody who's a bit disparate than what you're normally used to working with. Okay, you're gonna open yourself up to new, better, not better, but new clients. Just something to keep in mind. Lastly, just get the word out. Make sure you're doing something for Small Business Week. And I'll tell you, it's way too late for coupons, way too late for a mailer. But make sure you get something out. Make sure you get something out for your customers. Is let them know, hey, you appreciate it. Especially with a small business, you can throw a 10% discount on today. That'll be there for the rest of the week. But get it out on social media. Get it out through your email. That hey, come on here. We're celebrating Small Business Week. We just would love to see you as your customers and guests, and just say thank you. Okay, so make sure you're taking advantage of that. All right, so the next piece we're going to get into is this article. Again, by the way, all of the articles that I review are linked in the description. Every single day, it's the same thing. If you ever want to see the stuff that I'm covering, go to the articles. I'm sorry, go to the description. You'll see it in there too. All right. So in this case, this is going to be Inside Radio that had this come out, but I thought this was a really interesting article when I saw it the other day. I just wanted to bring it up here. What drives advertising effectiveness? It's not what most marketers think. And I thought this was fantastic to see because there are, 5 areas that they typically work with in marketing. And again, goes into the education piece for small business owners. Understanding the basic foundations of marketing is so very important for you, because if you do decide you want to contract somebody in for it, they need to be able to answer this. How are they going to target these 5 areas, and which one do they think is most important? Well, let's take a look at the studies that they had here. Of the 5 key factors driving advertising effectiveness: creative, brand, targeting, reach, and recency. Which drives the largest percent of incremental sales? The answer, is reported in Westwood One's weekly blog, comes from an August 2023 study from Nielsen and outcome-based marketing firm NC Solutions based on nearly 450 sales effect studies and more than a decade of work linking advertising to sales. That answer is creative, which based on NC Solution Studies drives sales by both an ad's creative message and the context in which that message is delivered. All right. So again, excuse me. Read that for you one more time because that was a very important line that they had here. The answer and creative, which is based on NC Solution Studies, drives both sales by both an ad's creative message and the context in which that message is delivered. In fact, compared to the four other drivers, it's not even close. And we'll look. It's 49%, and you have to add all the rest of them together to equal or surpass it. So here, let's talk about the four other factors, what they mean. All right. So NC Solution defines brands drivers as market share, brand penetration, and the tendency to retain loyal buyers' relation to the competition. Okay, that brand makes sense, right? Reach is the total households exposed to advertising during a campaign. Recency is the timing of the advertising in relation to when consumer makes a purchase, and targeting is how well a campaign was able to reach a particular audience. Let's go down and take a look at this. I think this is of the things we have here. Make this a little bit bigger because I just want to make sure we are not missing this. So take a moment, pause it if you need to, and soak this in. So when I work with my clients, one of the things that we're consistently looking at is what is the difference between where we are and where we want to be. You get a delta, right? So we understand where that gap is, that gap analysis. And this is exactly what they did here. This perception versus reality. Marketers and media agencies underappreciate creativity and overestimate the sales effect of targeting, reach, and recency. So this is where advertisers are saying they need to be able to, here's what we can deliver for you. This is the most important thing. When in reality, when they've looked at the campaigns and which ones have delivered, here's what drove it. Having a creative advertisement was responsible for half of the overall sale, like the effect of the sales. So you can hit, it can be brand, it could be reach and targeting, right? You could do this, right? You have your brand, it's reaching the maximum number of people that you're targeting to reach. But if it's a boring ad, the chances of conversions are less than that. But on the other side, you just have a creative ad that goes wherever and just may say it goes viral because it's creative. All of a sudden, you're going to be driving more interest. And that goes back to, and that is leads into the piece here that we're going to be going into next, which is the crux of what the video is about, or this today's video is really about, is understanding what your responsibility is. Excuse me. Joy alive, right? All right. Understanding what your responsibility is when it comes to marketing how to put your marketing together, how to make again, what we as small business owners have the most control over, which is social media and our social media, and then our, Facebook ads and stuff that we put out, right? Is we own that the way those are normally set up, unless we've, put it out to somebody else. Understanding the following things, getting creative, which means ensuring you have the following three things in each one of your social medias, each one of your social media posts, every one of your videos, things that you put out. You want to have a hook, then there's a story, and then a payoff. The hook, that's attention. You're getting people attention. That's why, again, if you're watching this on YouTube instead of Facebook, on YouTube, why the thumbnail is shock and awesome. You have to get people's attention first. And one of the videos that we're going to look at here, the three long form videos that we're going to look at as examples, each one of them has a great hook, which is in that first second and a half. That's all you get. Something that gets people's attention. Boom. Okay, now, whoa, what was that? That was different. Then they're going to tell a story. Well, what's the story, right? You got their attention. Now they're interested. Now you're going to give them a story. The thing is, though, you want to save the payoff, which is why they want to listen until the end. too often when we're doing our videos, it's, hey, here's this information. Here's the end of the story. Now pay attention to why that matters. In today's world, no, we want it the other to keep people's attention. They're used to just getting these bullet points hit with all the pertinent information. So you got to give them a compelling story first, then give them the payoff. And we'll see what that looks like here in these videos. So remember that hook, story, payoff. And that's what we're going to be looking for here on this next spot. So with this, 3 short form video ideas for your small business. These are great examples. I can't wait to run you through them. So with that, according to a Capterra study, 10% of small businesses that use TikTok go viral, and 78% have seen a positive return on investment. Think about that. You have 10%, you got a chance of going viral. And as we just talked about, the ability to get people's attention, again, if you can get their attention, that's going to create the creative piece is responsible for half of conversions. Okay. So if you can get something viral, 10%, you have a 10% chance of getting something viral. And then 78% have seen a positive return on investment. That is what just happened there. Okay. Sorry. That's what I get for clicking something midway on that. Let me go back up here. Come on. There we go. Okay. 78%. Again, 78% have seen a positive return on investment. That is stunning. And it's not surprising though. Again, I talk with my small business clients about the importance of ensuring that they have their everything in line appropriately when it comes to their small business marketing, when it comes to social media. Sorry. Now, those are short form video statistics you want to see. Absolutely. When most people, they don't really have a marketing budget. Excuse me again. All right. The best part, your video doesn't need to go viral to drive business success. And I've seen that a ton. Simply making sure you have something that is quality up there will drive plenty of foot traffic. So let's take a look at this. 3 powerful forms. Use a day in the life vlogs to boost brand awareness. Are you chronically online and have a sweet tooth? So Brookie Bakehouse is an example here. These are the favorite cookies. Well, let's take a look at what Brookie has for her video. Remember what we're looking for: hook, story, and payoff. So let's see what we got here. You know what? I'm gonna restart this here so we get it from the beginning here. All right, so let's go hook, 5 a.m. and here's the story. You're showing her work, things she's doing right now. The other piece, you can see that she's moving quickly through the video, but it's telling a story. This is what it takes for a day of life of Brookie, right? Little notes going off here. Got some stuff here. Again, this is everything going into it. What's she making here? Some sort of torts? I mean, I'm getting hungry just watching this. There she goes. Look at how similar those all look. Oh my goodness. Ooh, now let's look at that. We're getting to see some of this. Now I'm gonna stop it there. If you want to see the whole thing, by all means, go check it out. Again, as a reminder, links to all of these articles that we're covering today are listed in the description, so you can go check those out. But with that, you saw the hook, and then you saw the story. Now, for those people who are fascinated with the work that she's doing, they're eating that all up. So let's talk about why this type, a day in the life of, is so very important. Big takeaway, because people are curious. Lean into it, peel back the curtain, create a behind the scenes content about what it's like to run your business. Again, low effort content idea helps you tap into powerful emotions. This is why people live vicariously through you as a small business owner. But we forget about that. People that are our age, that are older, that are younger, are constantly looking at us as small business owners saying, hey, man, I always wanted, like in this case, man, I always wanted to be a baker. I always wanted to open a bakery. Wow, that looks amazing. Or I want to visit your bakery when I come to Australia. you have an outsized impact on your customers, and by sharing behind the scenes, you're letting them in like they're in the club. It's like a little secret. Hey, check it out. This is what it looks like to work here. Okay, those are the things that you want to be able to put out there. So with that, and even if you're a brick and mortar shop, you can turn aspirational viewers from around the world into paying customers. Brookie caters to these viewers by offering online masterclass for making cookies and building a successful bakery business. Cha-ching. She's got some online courses that she does. So with that, the next piece here is create an interactive experience between your brand and audience. Looking for more low effort, high return, short form content ideas? Yep, that's why we're here. Scroll through your comment section. Now, this one's super important. It's a tactic that works exceptionally well for Peachy's BBs. Basically, they make slime. And we're going to see this stuff here. Andrea and her team use comments to source video ideas by encouraging users to suggest slime ideas. Why does it work so well? One, it boosts engagement for the algorithm. The phrase is don't post and ghost. You post something out there, you want to be on there immediately, having having some deeper discussions with your folks. Okay, it's super important to be able to get on there and just communicate with them. They want to hear from you. They want to see more of what you have going on. So make that be a thing. The algorithm loves that. It shows off the product, which increases desirability. Right? They want to be able to show off something new, and it creates an interactive, creative experience between the brand and the audience. And that's what people are looking for. Like I mentioned, they want to be connected with you in some way, shape, or form. So help them be connected. So let's take a look at this one here. Remember, we're looking for hook, story, and then payoff. Let's see what this one's going to be about. All right, there's a hook. See, look, what is this? What is this stuff here? She's asking for a stingray, slimy something or other. Okay, there it is. Look at that cute little guy. The story of the slime. There it is. Here's some colors. So they're showing the story of how they make it, how they're making this custom stingray one. We got a scoop of that stuff. Look at that little stingray. Boop. There we go. So with that, remember, we got the right hook, story, payoff. We got to see the blue stuff right in your face to start. Like, what in the heck is that stuff? Right. Then you got your we learned it was like, oh, it's because we want to learn about a stingray because there was a little writing. And then you got to see the story and then the payoff. You got to see the finished product. So here's some ideas that you can use. Trying new flavor combinations for cookies or ice creams. Challenge. I bet you can't style blank and make it look good, or taking requests for what to paint next. All right. All right. So then the next spot here is going to be demonstrate your expertise with a teachable moment. And they're going to say on here, entertainment and education are the main reasons people go onto social media. It's what they do. Right now you're watching me on YouTube because hopefully you're looking to get educated a little bit about something new, maybe help you with your small business marketing, right? Again, besides entertainment, we mentioned social media as education. You can use this thirst for knowledge to your advantage by creating short videos like the problem you solve, your industry, and your processes. So, Enchanted Scrunch, a six-figure company founded by Dasha Durkash, or Durkach, that's probably Durkash, in early 2021. She was 13, is a pro using teachable moments in her content. One of Dasha's most watched TikToks, getting millions of views, is of her breaking scrunchies. Why does this type of short form content go viral? She's educating her audience on her quality control checks. The product won't hold up in someone's hair if the scrunchie breaks when pulled. So here she is breaking scrunchies. And why is she breaking them? Because now, right, if they don't hold up, they're not going to stay in here. But here's one that was in her hair. Now look, that scrunchie's holding up. What she's done in that case right there, right? So what we've done in that case is she's engaged with her clients or customers because they're asking questions like, why are you always breaking these? What's going on with this? So starts off with that hook, right? The first thing you see is her pulling and breaking scrunchies. Like, what the heck's this all about? Then she pulls hers out and, hey, look, here's the ones that we sell and they don't break. All right. So with that, those are some great examples of what you should be looking for to incorporate within your small business marketing plan. You want to be able to have the day in the life of. You want to have some where you are just interacting with your customers in a fun way, and then some education pieces as well, so they better understand why your product is superior to other product or service is superior to others. It provides value, etc. But remember, when you're doing your social media marketing, hook, story, then payoff. If you don't have your hook, you don't get their attention. You're not going to keep them. If you give the payoff after the hook, they're not going to stick around for the story because they've already got the answer, right? So you want to have the hook, then the story, then the payoff. That's the way you want to have it. All right. So let's go over what we covered again today. Again, small business week. Small business week. Take time to thank those people who have been the most impactful on your business, your staff, mentors, your customers, your clients, whoever they are. Send them a little thank you, and also just get something out there as a little thank you back to your customers. It's not too late. Put a 10% off something or other out there through your email, through social media, uh, and thank those people who have helped you get to where you are today. Then we're going to talk about what drives advertising effectiveness. Heads and heads above everything else is creative. Being creative, having something that's got a strong hook and hits people in a unique and unexpected way drives the vast majority of conversions on sales. Reach, targeting are important. They all provide their little bit of value, but head and shoulders above the rest is your creative. Okay. And last is going to be we talk about just those three powerful short form videos that we just looked at there. So with that, again, my name is Ryan Howell with Summit Business Guides. I am a professional business coach. I work with small to medium sized companies to help them grow their businesses faster than I thought possible. I am out of West Michigan. So if you're ever curious about learning more about what I do get on an airplane. I do fly to places. So don't think because you're not in Michigan. You're not in Michigan that I won't come work with you. But if you want to learn more about what I do to help folks out, here's some of the businesses that a smattering of the few businesses I do work with. Come to summitbusinessguys.com. You can check it out and learn more about what I do here. So with that, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Again, I am live between 8 and 9 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, except for days that I got client work. So I'd love to see you on here. If you want to hop on the live stream, you'll be able to send me some notes, questions, and I answer them live on stream. So with that, have yourself a great